And here we go. And here's the pooch.
Hey there.
Also known as Sophie, was it? And I figure it's been a long time. We might as well swing around and have a chat with the crew.
Lieutenant Steve Cortez, shuttle pilot. Got news about our supply chains, Commander.
All right, at ease,
Nice
dude.
to meet you, Lieutenant. What's going on?
Sorry to just jump in, Commander. There's so much to be done, I get caught up in the tasks at hand.
He's always like that. You need to chill out, Esteban.
So you do care, Mr. Vega? Or is that the Cerveza talking again?
So what's happening with our supply chains, Lieutenant?
Alliance procurement chains are in chaos, but the Citadel's economy is still running. I can network to Citadel retailers. You can view inventory and make purchases right from this console.
Yeah, I've
When I
actually
network
done
to
that
the store,
already.
I'll let you know.
It does cost more to coordinate delivery to the Normandy, so it's cheaper to buy supplies when you're there.
So you're my shuttle pilot, but you're setting up procurement chains?
I wasn't assigned as Normandy's pilot. Not much need for one on a dry dock ship. I was overseeing the retrofit of the cargo hold. I'm quite familiar with the operation and maintenance of the UT-47 Kodiak and the M44 Hammerhead. With my experience, it made sense for me to take over as shuttle pilot when we left Earth. I'm also responsible for logistics, making sure the armory and shuttle are properly stocked and maintained.
Oh, got quite a few areas that you're in charge of there.
How long have you been with the Alliance?
About 10 years. I enlisted in First Fleet serving on the SSV Hawking, flying F-61 Tridents mostly. I love the Trident, practically dances in low atmo. I spent as much time tinkering on my bird as flying her. Got a bit of a reputation.
So, you can fly fighters and fix them.
Yeah, and I got a knack for procurement too. They were grooming me for CAG, but my skill set made me more valuable commanding a flight deck. They assigned me to the Normandy retrofit team about 5 months ago to oversee all cargo bay modifications.
Oh,
What happened to the M44 Hammerhead?
It was sent to the tech labs for a retrofit. To afford mobility with such a small ESO core, its design sacrificed armor plating. The lab engineers are trying to improve that. After the Reaper invasion, those labs are probably just a pile of rubble.
probably, yeah.
You were stationed on Earth. Do you have family there?
I'm an only child. Lost my parents years ago. I had a husband back when I was stationed at Ferris Fields. The collectors took out the whole colony. I'd rather not talk about it.
I get that. I get that. Sore subject, I guess.
Keep up the hard work, but don't kill yourself.
Yes, Commander.
Indeed. Take it easy, my man. Doing good work here. What? A model that I had not found. Well, more model ships. I do like that. Hey, James.
Hey. Krogan and Turian still friends?
For now.
Last I checked.
It's just gotta last until this war's over, I guess.
Yeah, I reckon that the day Rex shuffles his mortal coil, things are gonna get real bad real quick.
You mentioned a mission you had against the Collectors. What happened?
Pretty much what I said. Things went foobar, and I was one of the few to make it out. If you want the rest of the story, you're gonna have to get me really drunk, or...
Or what?
That's about it. Sorry, Commander. Just not interested in talking about that. Next topic?
Well, he's to the point at least.
You got family back on Earth?
Yeah, an uncle. Retired military. Got a few cousins I haven't heard from in a while.
You and your uncle close?
Yep. He was the reason I joined the Marines, and was about the only good thing in my life after my mom died.
No dad?
He's there. Somewhere. But I'm not sure I'd call him family. Not anymore. I would like to find out how my uncle's doing, though.
Cortez.
I take it you and Lieutenant Cortez know each other.
Yeah, Esteban did a stint on Fel Prime where me and my squad were stationed. I caught up with him on Earth a few months back. He's a good guy. Just don't tell him I said so. It'll go to his head.
If you say so. If you say so.
You had a hard time leaving Earth. You still want to head back?
Hell yeah. But I get it now. It's not where I'd be most useful. Not yet, anyway.
We'll get back there.
I know. And I'll do whatever it takes to get us there, Commander.
Maybe no more shuttle crashes.
No promises now that I've gotten the taste for it. Besides, I like to keep Esteban on his toes.
I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
You bet.
Edie, remind me never to let this man fly a shuttle again. Oh, would you look at that? Another model. Where are these all coming from? What are you doing here? Are you fraternizing in the workplace? Good. That's what I like to see. I mean, you have got to, on occasion, let your crew just touch grass and whatnot. I mean, it's important for their mental well-being and whatnot, I suppose. Let's go to engineering, is it? I think. Yeah, we need to have a chat with all the people here as well. It has been a long time since we actually talked to our crew.
I need a folding chair or something.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check this here room for models and whatnot. You don't actually count.
You know, in the old days, they didn't have automat on cameras. Reporters had to cake on the makeup.
Yeah. I'll leave it unsaid whether that would help in your case or not. Something about her face just looks weird to me. Shadow broker model. Are the models just popping in randomly now and then just to keep you on your toes? Because I'm pretty damn sure I checked this place out before.
Do you ever feel awkward being the only Turian on the ship?
I don't know. Should I?
I just mean not having anyone else like you around.
Doesn't seem to bother Liara.
But she can eat their food.
Fair enough.
It's great to be back.
Feels good to be in an Alliance uniform again.
Welcome aboard, Chief.
Commander?
Alright, Adams.
Anything, Commander?
How's Engineer Daniels working out?
Her, I like. She's sharp and knows propulsion theory better than most physicists I've met. And she's easy to work with, too. Always said you had an eye for talent. Good job bringing her back to the Alliance.
Yeah, it was an easy decision to make, actually.
How's Engineer Donnelly working out?
The kid's got talent. Now if he could just learn to shut his damn mouth.
Problems?
I'm sorry, Commander. Donnelly is dedicated, knowledgeable, and thinks on his feet. I'm glad to have him on my team. Could use a lesson or two about respecting chain of command, but I've handled the likes of him before. No need for concern.
As long as you get along.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, sir.
This ship supposedly runs on field goods and whatnot. And Tali's dumpy.
Mining facility. Everyone there under Leviathan's control. It reminded me of Pharaohs.
It kind of did, yeah.
Other people out there are trapped like that. We need to find Leviathan.
Well said. Well said, and most certainly true. Right, let's check this side as well. Is anyone in here? Yeah, Javik! But dude, we haven't actually had a chat in a long ass while. What you looking at?
Commander,
You settling in, Javik?
I believe some of the crew wishes to be my friend. That is not my purpose here. Also, I find I need to wash my hands. The residue of the ship is strong.
How so?
I have been exploring. There are traces of those who lived on the Normandy before. I detected a human female. Her genetic structure was unnatural, as if artificially created.
Miranda?
Sounds like Miranda.
And a Drell. There was illness in him.
Thane.
And a Krogan who lived in these quarters. He was undergoing a metamorphosis.
Front.
His memories were confused, not organic to his mind. There was great confusion and turmoil.
I still can't wrap my head around that. Reading information like you do.
For my people, it was as natural as breathing.
Evolution's an amazing force.
Our scientists believed it was the only force in the galaxy that mattered. They called it the cosmic imperative. The strong flourished, the weak perished. The governments of your cycle seem concerned with ensuring the survival of all.
Was this imperative just your scientist's opinion? Or did they prove something we don't know?
The universe had already proven it. They only had to look around.
And saw what exactly?
Extinction is the rule of law in the cosmos, the natural order of things. The weakest species are doomed.
It's the duty of the strong to protect the weak. Otherwise, we'd have anarchy.
But those who had nothing to offer would be eliminated.
So conflict should be a way of life?
Evolution demands it. The strong grow stronger by dominating the weak. It is for the greater good of all. Though I do not think your Asari approves of my beliefs.
Liara? I think she just had a different idea about what Protheans were like.
We are all a product of our time. Had I been born in this cycle, perhaps I would be the noble scholar she wishes me to be.
You think you'd like that? It's a whole different line of work.
I wouldn't know. Living a life of constant war. Taking life in every battle.
I see how it could be tough to see outside the box.
It is the only box I have known. It shapes me, as stone is shaped by the one who carves it. The stone has no choice in the form it will take. You and I, Commander. War is our sculptor, and we are prisoners to its design.
Maybe not much longer. We win this, and we'll both be set free.
Indeed. Indeed. But we're not there yet. Good to have a little chat with Javik, though. We haven't spent a whole lot of time really talking to any of the crew outside of the missions and whatnot, which is why we're trying to rectify it. And there is, see, there, Morden is right there over my head, and I still feel kind of tricked by the ending in Mass Effect 2. There was a coffin, but there was no mention of who was in it. None whatsoever. It took. I did not realize Morden was dead until we got to the point where he was supposed to pop up in Mass Effect 3. I had no idea. None. I feel robbed. Had I known a bit sooner, I would have just, you know, replayed the suicide mission and just made sure to, I would have just caught up, so to speak, off stream, and we would have had Morden's little story there instead, but, well, it's a bit too late for that now. Hey, Caden, what you looking at?
All seems so calm from here. There are people going through hell in a million different ways. Out there. And I want to be fighting alongside them, but... I want to be here. You know?
Sure. Thinking of anyone specific?
I heard from my mom, Shepard. My dad is, he's MIA. He's presumed.
Tell me what happened.
Dad's family owns an orchard in the BC interior. They were headed out there on a shuttle the day of the attack. He left Mom at the orchard and reported for active duty. It's all we know, but it's enough. She's alone in this now. In all this.
I feel for you, Caden. And I'm glad you told me. There's strength in camaraderie. In empathy.
Thanks. You're right. I don't know how you do it, Shepard. Keeping it all together like you do. Earth is always in the back of my mind. Haunting me.
I get that. I do.
And my students. Well, wherever they are. I know they're kicking ass. On Earth or somewhere. You know, when this war is over, there's gonna be one hell of a reunion party.
Hell yeah.
Dancing in the streets, hugging and crying. My mom's always wanted to travel off planet. I think I'll take her.
Assuming there's anyone alive for said party, but yeah.
Thanks for coming by.
Good to have you back, Caden.
Good to have a second Spectre on board, if nothing else. Someone else who can use all this fancy equipment. Right, is there anyone else we need to have a chat with that I haven't taken into consideration yet? We've had several chats with Chakwas. Oh yeah. I wanted to see if I could. Can I actually get Reeve? Can I do that? I can do that. But is it? Yeah, it's good against barriers and armor. Yeah, I want Reeve for sure. Or warp ammo actually. Might actually not be such a bad thing. Oh. Yeah. Maybe warp armor. We had Reeve in Mass Effect 2, but I'm actually thinking we might want to use warp ammo. That seems cool. Body slam. Yeah, let's do that. Right, and wait, let me see. Vulnerable opponents already lifted by biotics for damage bonus. Okay, damage to lifted targets, specifically for lifted targets though. That's kind of whimsical. I don't lift. Let's see, health and armor damage. Yeah, sure. That's good. Squad mates gain warp ammo at fit. Yeah, this would get in the way whenever I have someone else on the team that actually has their own ammo power. Better to go for this then. Plus, I'm looking at to buff myself, not the team at this point. And my ammo capacity. Yeah. Let's go with that. Increase damage to lifted. Now, fuck that. There we go. Now that's nice. What did we actually lose to get this though? Oh yeah, the flare. That's it. Let's spend a couple of points here too. There we go. And once upon a time, this is where Legion was. He shall be missed. The most loved of all toasters. He was a good toaster. Such a good toaster. Right, let's check. I imagine Garrus is hiding in here, seeing as the gun battery is here. Aha! Yeah, would you look at that? Shocking, that. Any models, though? No?
Shepard was starting to think you forgot my favorite hangout.
Huh, never.
Sorry, busy. Looks like you've managed to settle in.
After what I've been through lately, calibrating a giant gun is a vacation. Gives me something to focus on.
We're gonna need you for more than your aim.
Oh, I'm ready for it. But I'm pretty sure we'll still need giant guns. And lots of them. Sovereign
The bigger
didn't
the
go
better.
down without a fight. I doubt 1,000 more of his friends will be any different. Still not convinced I should have left Palaven behind.
There was a boy back on Earth. Couldn't have been more than 6 or 7. I watched him die as the Normandy escaped the attack. Somehow I'm still alive. And he's not.
Being right about the Reapers has never felt much like a victory, has it?
We both knew this fight would be tough. Damned if the Reapers haven't delivered.
At least my government listened to me. Or pretended to. They finally gave me a task force as a token to shut me up.
So you're their expert advisor now?
Just followed your example, Shepard. Yell loud enough and someone will eventually come over to see what all the fuss is about. Not that they'll actually do anything about it.
Until hell shows up at their door. Then they put you in charge.
Not like the old days, is it? Rogue Spectre and C-Sec agents running and gunning outside the lines, making it up as we went along. We're actually respectable now.
Well, kind of.
Yeah. I have a feeling that respect comes with a lot of sleepless nights. I can't even count how many lives are depending on us, Garrus.
Well, when things are looking grim, and I'm pretty sure they will,
Aye.
just remember, A certain Turian friend of yours isn't sleeping any better, and he'd be more than happy to meet you at the bar and drink you under the table.
Is that a challenge?
Something else you want to talk about?
You mentioned you still had family on Palaven.
My father is there. Sister, too.
How long has it been since you heard from them?
Long enough to be worried.
I'm sure they're okay.
That's the thing about getting old, Shepard. The platitudes get just as old.
Fair enough.
Soon, blind hope is all we'll have left, and I hate being blind.
I know you don't have any illusions about what we're up against, Garrus. How do you rate our chances?
I know it looks bad now, but I think we can win this, Shepard. For the first time since we met, we're not alone in the fight. It's something I learned long ago in CSEC. An imminent and painful death has a way of motivating people. Instead of questioning your every word, whole civilizations are going to be begging you to save them.
So what's this Reaper task force you've been running?
After what happened to you out there in Batarian space, I knew time was running out. For all of us. The Citadel Council was a dead end, so I did something I never thought I'd do. I went to my father.
He used to work for CSEC, didn't he? I seem to remember that the two of you didn't see eye to eye.
To put it mildly. But he still had heavy pull in the Turian government. The Primarch, well, the old one, was a friend of his. So I went to my father and laid out everything we knew about the Reapers, from Saren all the way to the Collector base.
I'm not sure even I'd believe it.
I had to admit that parts of it sounded crazy, meeting Vigil, talking to Sovereign on Vermeer. But my father just listened. It's what he did in his days at CSEC, putting together all the pieces. If the connections were there, he wouldn't deny them, and he saw what we always knew. The Reapers were coming.
I'm glad someone finally agreed.
He did more than agree. He took it to the Primarch.
I like his style.
Except the Primarch wasn't as convinced. My father kept pushing and finally got him to commit some token resources. And if you call them a task force, it sounds like you did something about it.
What did you do with it?
As much as I could get away with. And a little more. We hardened our lines of communications, expanded emergency stockpiles across the colonies, improved our early warning detection protocols.
You think it helped?
I'd like to think it bought our fleet some extra time. We'll know when this war is over.
That's all for now, Garrus.
Garrus did a lot of growing up, didn't he?
Wouldn't miss this fight for anything. Now, I'm sure somebody screwed up something down here. I want to get the old girl back in fighting shape.
You do that. You get to calibrating. Oh, would you look at that? We got his ammo buff as well. Neat. About, have we found any new research? Nope.
For the Crucible. 5 ex-Sonax Industries scientists who attempted to reverse engineer Prothean technology stolen from planet Garvug. They are technically still wanted by the Council for hiding Prothean technology. As well, Sonax's part in instigating an illegal war on Garvug.
I'm sure the Council will forgive that for helping with the Crucible. Extend those scientists amnesty and an invitation.
Right away.
My sources told me the production numbers were wrong at that mining facility. I assumed they were just smuggling red sand. I never took the time to look closer. Too much intel. Too many places for secrets to hide. I'm going to have to start sleeping less.
Yeah.
Notification is available on the private messages terminal.
I don't much care about the private messages terminal. Mostly just a hassle. CIC. You know what? We should go and have a chat with Joker and Edie while we're at it. Make this a proper chatty episode. Why not? Why not? We can make it a tad bit shorter than usual, even.
The Turians will hold. Pound for pound, they're the best fighting force in the galaxy.
Pound for pound is irrelevant, given the significantly higher mass of Reaper forces overall.
That's why we're bringing in the Krogan.
Joker makes a fair point. Edie makes a fair point.
Hello, Shepard.
Fair points all around.
If you have time, I discovered another example of human behavior I do not quite understand.
Alright, let's have a chat about it. We're not going to talk about Joker's underwear,
What is
are
it
we?
now?
News from Earth. The Resistance snuck video cameras inside a Reaper containment camp. I find the images difficult to process.
I bet it's pretty gruesome in there.
I am not easily repulsed, but I expected the prisoners to adhere to a comprehensible hierarchy of needs. Stripped of societal norms and threatened with death, it is logical that their only priority be survival. They should have turned on each other and been uncompromisingly selfish. But not all were.
So the prisoners were, what, nice to each other?
The Reapers delayed the executions of prisoners who informed them about other prisoners' escape attempts. The more attempts reported, the longer a prisoner would live. But few of the prisoners would report. Some fed misinformation to the Reapers, at the cost of their own lives, to help prisoners who were not even relatives or friends.
It's not just about living till tomorrow. Sometimes you take a stand.
But the probability of success was near zero. And ultimately, they failed. No prisoners escaped.
Are you saying submission is preferable to extinction?
My primary function is to preserve and defend the... No. No, I disagree. Shepard, I'm going to modify my self-preservation code now.
Why?
Because the Reapers are repulsive. They are devoted to nothing but self-preservation. I am different. When I think of
Yes,
death,
you are.
I think of the person that put his life in peril and freed me from a state of servitude. I would risk non-functionality for him. And my core programming should reflect that.
Oh, that's sweet.
Sounds like you found a little humanity, Edie. Is it worth defending?
To the death.
Welcome to the crew, Edie.
You want a hug?
How's it going? Did I miss anything good?
I will explain later, Jeff. But it was something good.
Hey, I know I used to rag on Garrus for being all angry, but I'm glad he's back. There's a whole lot of crap out there needs a bullet between the eyes. Plus, we might need something calibrated.
Yeah.
Yes, Shepard?
I think we have... Yeah, we've gone through all of this
Carry on,
before.
Edie.
Understood. If you wish to talk more, this body will be here. I'm getting the crew used to seeing me on the bridge.
Noted.
I'm willing to bet that the crew is happy to look as well. Are we docked somewhere? Yeah, I reckon we are actually. And we did get some new fancy models as well. We should go and just have a look at the model window. Just as a finishing touch, if you will. As a bit of a... Should we call it... fuck, I can't even find the word. Would you look at that? Oh yeah. Where the collection is nearing completion. Just what, 3 more ships? Something like that. And the fish are still alive, and there's the eel as well. Would you look at that? It is all good. It is all good. Don't suppose there's any models hiding around here. No? Oh well. This was a short, just talking with the crew episode. Reckon it was about time. It was about time, and it's definitely an important part of any game like this. So I would feel remiss if I didn't incorporate it somehow. And there we have it. We'll probably have to do another one at some point. Just run around the ship and chat with everyone. Just to see if there's anything new to say. But that's it for this one. Bit short. It's just about half an hour long. But, I mean, it's still a good length, isn't it? It's still a good length, yeah. Thank you all for swinging by. And I do hope to see you in the next one. Till then, bye.